I'm not going to end the video there. Sorry for the fake out. I realized after I sat down to you know, put it all together, I really only had a 21-minute episode, so I guess I have to do a better job timing. So, in any event, we need to get some straw to the cows. We got grass. Let's get rid of this. This. I'll show you. And I know we're going to need, there's the fattening. Let's switch that to beefs. So, they're going to want some straw. Everybody's going to want some water. I forget if I even, did I miss this thing again? I don't miss it by much, but I guess I missed it. Assuming this guy can hold straw. Let's see if it's the alright, anyway, one thought at a time. So where's our beef, or cows, I mean? There you go, straw, 0. Let me do this now and see what's going on with this trailer. No, it doesn't do straw. Okay, well we can get the, I'm pretty sure we can tip with that forage wagon for that. Alright, so straw, water. Water will be the next thing. So let's get this guy out of the way for a second. Zoom him out. Close this down and let's find, yep, this guy nice and quick. Zoom him out so we can see as well. Straw do we want? 12,000. I'm sure that other one only needs a shot, so we really don't even need to fill this up. Not that it matters that much, but and I realized at one point in my little break there that I have that other house. I didn't even look in there. So we'll get, 20,000 should be enough. That's many. So let's go tip this into the cows and then the beef, and then, like I said, the other house there I should have been paying more attention. Tried a little bit of an experiment here, but it's opening up that last file. So my bet is I need to be on this side of things for this thing to work. There we go. See if that straw is not accepted. Oops. I really need to be careful with this damage mod. Look, I'm up to 34%. Alright, so it goes on the other side. So I don't know what tips on that side. But we got 100% straw, so now we just need some water. Our productivity on the animals is 90%. I think that'll take it up to 100, and then if we give them water, to 110. See the house right ahead of me. I didn't do anything with that while I had the stuff in my bin. Yeah, so I'm figuring out that damage mod, by the way, is fairly expensive. We shouldn't even have this mower on here while I do these things, taking a chance. But the animals didn't cost me nearly as much to get going as I was kind of thinking they would. Really, the big one was those dairy cows. That's where we put the potatoes and the grain on the side there. Go see this other house. See if something's in there. Sign on this side. Let's just cut through the grass. Oops, hit that tree. Damage. guys are. Be this guy. Wrong one. Cow 2. Missing cow 2. Beef. Cow 2. Whatever that means. Not honestly 100% sure what those guys produce. It's baby cows. Alright, so all these guys down here have straw. Now we need to get, let's just leave him right out in the middle. So now we want to get some potatoes for these animals. Talking about these different. See how you put the smaller sides on, and then all of a sudden you get potatoes. I might have been able to get straw in there. I don't know. It's just as easy to do it with the forage wagon while I was down here. Right, so let's try to do these cows first, I guess. But I don't know if they. Yep, there's a good one. Grain, water. I do need to find a water trailer. It's back in the middle farm. Okay, they got some potatoes. I've never seen a cow eat a potato, of course, but regular dairy cows, they don't get potatoes. Got everything but water that they need. Missing. Very good. And while we're sitting here, why don't we go to placeables, go all the way to the end, I think it is, stop milk sale for $1. I think that's all you have to do there, and then now when we do get milk, the guy won't come pick it up. And that, sorry about that. Let's check beef. Yeah, we need to get him some grain. So let's take a look at the big map. So I think the pigs and the chicken all the way up north are going to need. There's the sheep over by the flour mill, and then the chicken. So since we can pick up this stuff at any one of the farms, why don't we switch over to grain and get the grain in here. I'll run over my stop milk sale sign. Missed it. So we got potatoes to these two guys down here. And I'm thinking I'll switch over, dump these potatoes off, go to the silo, get a little bit of corn. That should work for grain. I hope, because I don't have any wheat or barley, and I don't think it counts for canola. And then we'll run this trailer grain and get all the different animal pens with the grain going, and then we'll just a bunch of running around, going to each place. It doesn't, you know, I don't have to do that this often, but it's a bunch of work to get started. And really, for the money you make, which is usually okay, let's see about get. Here's the load for this thing. Pay attention. On the side, yep. Alright, so hopefully we get under the wheat. Let's move to corn. And might as well throw it all in there. We can always put it back. Hopefully we got enough. It's been a little while. I usually feed them wheat or barley. I didn't even think about it when I sold all that stuff off. Yeah, well, they took corn, so that's good. Let's head over to this other one, and then we'll take a long trip north. Cover the whole map. Yeah, so I think whatever length this episode ends up being, it's just going to be, the rest of it will be feeding these animals. And then we'll come back in the next episode and take care of spreading the fields, and that's when I'll go through a full tour. More or less already talked about the grass field. By a full tour, I mean all 3 fields. Get going on the... There we go, so let's check these guys. Yep, so they just need some water on that one. And I'm going to need all the other stuff on cow. Yeah, well, we got the grain in here, so... And we're going to have to come back. Well, no, we're not going to have to come back. In any event, let me run all the way up north. And so I got to remember to get that cow, you know, this house right there, all called a mixed ration and whatever else he needs, silage, water. I think these chickens on this farm will need some grain, or unless they're the regular old chickens. I think they're the regular old chickens. Well, we'll stop by and visit with them. They may just need water. I know in the game the regular egg chickens don't need anything, but I know that there's a mod that at least adds that they need water. It certainly makes sense if they needed grain. Let's see what happens. Corn is not accepted there. No, like I said, I think that's just watering troughs. Yeah, there is 2 separate ones though. And it may just mean that they need wheat, and I just don't have any for them. Yeah, I'm not even hitting them. By the way, for the guys that don't know, I'm hitting the F5, and then there's, you can see the boxes that would be for the triggers. No, that's, I think that's just water in those, or not corn anyway. I don't think, I'm thinking that they want some wheat, so they're just going to have to wait a few days for wheat. Just the way it's going to be. Game crash. Ooh. Yeah, see, I'm trying to render. I think it just gets to be all too much sometimes. I think that's why that just happened. I thought I could cheat it and get away with it, though. It's not in any basis of fact or experiment. There's no reason to think that I could get away with it. doing more than one thing on this computer other than my impatience, which I mentioned in other videos. It would be nice if I could, you know, be processing the videos while I play another round, and I can kind of just keep going. It's one of the reasons I like the live streams, that, you know, I can kind of keep the whole roll. Right now it's been since like Saturday since I did anything. I just wasted a lot of time trying to get a Blue Yeti microphone hooked up. Alright, now we gotta pay attention. Here's pigs. Then some more. Oop, there's more damage. 4%, just that little bump. Yeah, so the damage mod is awful harsh as far as how much it costs, and this one, I mean, that 4% is, I don't know, $4,000 or $5,000. Alright, so now let's open this guy again, and we got fattening chicken. There was the sheep I think we just did. The other one might have been the pigs, right? So now we need, so I didn't, the regular chickens didn't take any of this. So I think that's the only two houses up here. What's this over here? That's just a barn. Something with that. That's a sell point, I bet you. Yeah, it's going to be like a straw sell point. Yeah, so even though the chickens are marked, if you see the map there, it looks like they're way far apart. Oh no, here's the chicken house. I'm sorry, I didn't recognize that from the past. I think I can do this guy just on the outside, and that'll take care of here, I believe. Right? Now, do I have to go inside? Sometimes they let you feed on the outside bins right here, but I don't see a trigger. Alright, so let's go open these doors. Do they automatically open? No. I can hit O from the tractor view. I don't know if I can make that turn. Wasn't much. Wasn't probably worth the gas, but I do need to get more of the animals. This is just, you could almost call it like a dry run. Once I know I have everything, like for now I don't have wheat to feed those regular chickens. And let's dump this stuff off and then get them the other stuff that they need. So I guess I could fill this TMR machine up, huh? Because I didn't do that earlier. Kind of forgot about it up here. So we'll go get some grass. I guess we'll give these guys, we need to save a little silage for the cow down there. Let's go here. Really don't need much silage up here. It's the regular dairy cows are gonna suck up most of it. So now watch this. I'll increase that, but it didn't fill up, right? And then as soon as I, oh, it still didn't fill up. So now I got the big sides on it. That trigger. See how that worked? Let's see how much. I got enough. Probably I don't need that much down there, so I'm going to go give these guys the silage directly, and then I'll put the remainder of this in. I think these guys get silage, but might as well drive through there and see. I'm a big fan of leaving doors open. A real farm, you probably wouldn't do that, but silage, yeah, see, I don't think they want silage. It says silage, but if you look at the PDA, it says that, but it's untrue. Silage for them. This is going to be the sheep. Yep, there's their silage in there. And now for pigs. Yeah, it's longer for the hissing noise than it does to actually drop off of the weed. So the problem we're going to have is we won't have any TMR for these animals for a few minutes. Fill this, we're going to fill it. Put this in this guy. Get some grass, which we should have more than enough of. For now, you know what? Well, let's get the grass, because I want to get that. I was going to say I load up grass and then take it to the sheep all in one shot, but I'd rather if I just put a little. I might have to run back up here after that thing runs for a little while. But we should get grass in it. ASAP. Alright, that's grass. I don't think the chickens require grass, but we'll drive through there. See if they'll take it. So I don't think it's a matter of one of these bins being for it. If I'm remembering right, they just need the water and the grain. We'll see. We'll see what their productivity level gets up to. That's right, these guys don't need this. I don't think these pigs do either. So we're just going to skip the grass on these. Jail zone. Yeah, see, there's fattening chicken, so it's a little deceiving. We've only got them some grain. Any straw. Went the wrong way here. Alright, so this should be getting us, yep, now we get some TMR up here. Not a huge amount, but we really don't need that much. And as far as fattened chickens, we can try to give them some potatoes. There's potatoes. Potatoes, potatoes, this way somewhere. There they are. We'll have to worry about making pig forage at some point. So we'll switch to that smaller rig. Alright, keep going past it. There we go. Bet you we can get potatoes in there now. Yep. I do need to now experiment and see if I can't get straw in this thing, because if I can't, I'm going to have to run that forage wagon all the way up. Yeah, no potatoes. Potatoes. So now we see about feeding potatoes to the sheep. Now the pigs eating potatoes, that makes sense. The pigs will eat. That's the kind of farm we had. Feeder farm for pigs. Fashion one. Yeah, no potatoes except for there. I don't think so. Alright, well, it feels good to get some animals on the farm. At least it's a start. So I like to get a fewer number, get all this going. Oh, that's right. I gotta put these on the outside. Let's put it on this side. Yep, there we go. I forgot. That quick. Potatoes for you. Let's see, I don't think I put the potatoes on the outside of those chickens. We'll see. Not the end of the world. There we go. Alright, so we got grain, and really we need to get water for everybody. Straw. So let's see if we can't figure out how to get some straw with this guy. Where's the straw? Over by the silage there. Let's take another real quick look. Make sure we didn't miss the little straw symbol, because okay, so there's that water mobile tank, and that's down at the middle farm. Need that in a minute. Come on. We're getting have quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, I don't see. I see chaff. I don't see straw on here. So we're not even going to bother trying. We already kind of tried. I don't know if we gave it the full college effort, but so we need to run straw and water back up to these guys. And otherwise, I think that we are done with up here. The fattened chickens definitely need water. And they might need that mixed rations. I think that's it. So grain, mixed rations, and water. But I don't know if we have. I guess we can try to put some of that in here and see what happens. It's gonna work. I think we need the big. We need the big one. see. I mean, it's not much, but I guess we can leave this tractor up here. So I think we can put, oh no, I don't think we can put grass in the forage way. Interested to see if these chickens take that. I think the answer is yes, if I'm remembering correctly. Yep. Well, there you go. So that's going to satisfy them. Certainly didn't take much, but there's only 20 of them. I don't know if we're going to have enough for these two guys, but while we're waiting on that, we can run around and get, let's see, the sheep. I think we'll need some. I think they're going to suck up the rest of this. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, they took the rest. So how are they doing on their... No, that's right. This doesn't say. But at least they have some. 517. Escape doesn't close that menu. Alright, so now we'll leave this guy up here ready to get some more TMR to these guys. In the meantime, and then we can worry about grass a little bit. Because these feeder houses aren't going to need grass. I just need grass at the sheep. And I'm looking for a tractor. That guy right ahead of me, that's the guy I want. Yep, him. No chance I got right to him. So I think the watering thing is right in here. Yep. So I think to start, I will give these chickens some water. If I have a water hose, I don't know if I could fill up with this guy. Let's go on F1 so we can see feed. Yeah, let's see if this works. I hope so. I'm paying for it now, but I hopefully I don't know. I might have to pay a lot for water. It does come up. But I don't see any water. So now let's switch. Oh, I can't switch now, can I? Oh, that's right. Now, why can't I switch? This just holds NPK? Well, that was dumb. Well, let's put... I don't think this needs, that doesn't need fertilizer. We can put some fertilizer in the seed mixer up here, I guess. No, I think that's more of a waste of time and energy. Hopefully it uses most of it. Because otherwise we might have to just dump it on the ground until we find our water location. Nice. Glad we're not wasting that. Yeah, I was thinking of switching, you know, like you do the sprayer over to, you know, you switch to water spraying after you fill it with NPK. Alright, so we need to find a water hose. And I really didn't pay any attention to where a water hose would be. Knowing Stevie, there's probably one close, you know. That's my washer. Pay attention. Full. See anyone back there? Oh, look at that. We can put water in from here. It's free water, which is the best kind of water. forget what map. Oh, it's Sandy Bay. They got Sandy Bay where they weren't charging for water. So I guess there's some way you can edit that. Very nice. Thank you, Stevie, for that little pond. Well placed. Chickens over here, some water. Okay, look, we got 20%. Yeah, we need to get everybody water. TMR. Go up north and see if there's a place to get water up there. I don't think these guys are going to need anything but like a shot of water. Oops, go back in the tractor. No, why is that not? Alright, so those guys have water. Like I said, I think I need to give them wheat or barley. So they had a tiny bit of water they needed. Get back up here and we'll get these guys filled up with water. We need to get the sheep, grass, and water. Forget about that, and then back up for some TMR. Hopefully by the time I do this water thing will produce a little more TMR to feed these animals. Yeah, so I took what might have been a real short episode and extended it. It's got to be at least 20 minutes already. It ended up being a too long episode. But again, it sort of just makes sense. I didn't really have to cut the field, but that's why I kept it short. I realized this would probably take some time. And I didn't remember how much I forgot, kind of thing. So let's, where am I going? Where goes on the outside here. Maximum capacity. Wonderful. That's what we want. This guy's some water. Yes. Seemed like I was doing anything wrong. Alright, go back to my... Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a trigger there. So do sheep not need water, I guess? At least we can see the markings. Yeah, there's a box there. At 5. Let's go forward. Let's go backwards. I'm just not seeing it. Let's hit F1 and see if there's a... There we go. Okay, so I didn't get the little load symbol at the bottom. It's going to throw me off. That's okay. So these guys, I think, just get water inside. Side or over there. Right, kind of headed to head this way. Now, you know what? I think we can put it in right out there. The water is not accepted in here. There we go. I think it's obviously that big water symbol. What do you think? Side of this trailer or something. Yes, I don't know. I just missed it. Okay, so these animals all have water. And is there a water refill in place around here? Be good to know for the future. I doubt he would make us look all over. Let's see on the map. Don't see anything. Let's get rid of this. Keep an eye out. I know. I really needed this instant anyway. Best way to get to the sheep is go down this road, make a left. Alright, well they got water and everything they need, so then back over to the sheep and then all the way down south. So why don't I take a little break from, you know, this. Guys a break. I mean, I'm just going to go and put water and different things on different locations. I may even just record it in case something exciting happens. But, you know, you might not see any. You know, I'll cut it up so that it makes it more, you know, a little bit briefer. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in a minute. Probably just to wrap up the episode. Like I said, get these things done. And also kind of want to check on the timing of the video. Not way too long. Okay, I will be back. Alright guys, here we are at the sheep facility. Got some water in there for them. I don't really see a place to refill water here yet, but again, we'll keep an eye out. And I will, I'll just keep doing this. I'll get down to the southern farm and then we'll, you know, we'll pick up, you know, feeding the rest of the stuff. And here we are pulling into the southern farm. Here, beef cows. Should keep an eye out for you. I don't like where I put that milk sign. It's not the best place. I don't think it matters where. It doesn't need to be near the milk. Also doesn't need to be right in your turn radius for feeding the animals. Fortunately, I think we're going to have enough water for everybody. Even though we didn't refill, so I'm keeping an eye out for another place to fill this thing up. This water should go outside the yard here. Well, yeah, I don't remember that little graphic of the hose on this, but that's pretty cool. No, we don't have enough water. At least we got something in there for it for now. So, with this washing potatoes operation down there, I know Stevie's got me a fire hydrant someplace I can fill up. Gotta be someplace to fill up with water around here. It's not right there that I can see. These hydrants a lot of times aren't real big. Alright, come on, fire hydrant. Down this little road. Well, yeah, I did when I was at the logging area. Alright, well, that little shack is on the map. Oh, that's just somebody's garage. Carport, whatever you want to call it. There's no doors on it. This is another little garage. Is there anything? I think that's just decorative. job board, mission board. I don't see a water dispenser. I thought I saw one down here. I don't see a pond. Is it just giving us water in that middle area? Alright, well let me look around on my own. Since I'm dragging you guys through it, and then I'll run up, if I have to, I'll run back to the middle farm and fill up at that pond. Alright, be back again in a second. Alright guys, back once again. Becoming a choppy episode, but I just ran up to the middle farm, got some water. Oh look, there's a water thing up here. There's got to be a water hydrant. I'm betting you somewhere up here, but at the moment I can't find it, and I forget which. I think these guys don't have any TMR, so we've got 4,000. I think that's going to be enough for both. So that's enough for pigs. Sheepy some, the other chickens don't need it. So those guys should be good. Let's get out of here for a second so we don't have to listen to the sheep. Oh, you know what? Let's see if these chickens may need some. This. Gotta really watch out for running into things. It doesn't take much. All you gotta do is tap it, and you need. So it's not saying it doesn't take it, it's just saying that it's full. Let's check this again. Chicken. Okay, I already put some in there. Sheep is the other one. They look like they've got everything but straw. Same thing with the pigs. And cows down there need more TMR, silage. Beef down there has everything. And what is this? This is the fattening chickens. I think. No, they need. Well, they have grain, earth fruits. Oh, maybe they want some silage. Alright, so let's see about closing that for a second. I think I can put this, can I dump this in the forage? This TMR forage. I'm not sure where to put this excess TMR. So that's grass windrow, it's not going to go in chaff. Silage. Forage. Yep. So forage is TMR. And pig forage, I forget what the benefit of pig forage is, but now we want, what do we say, silage. Let's see if these chickens want some silage. Silage. Other than that, the sheep and the chickens, I think, had everything. I mean, the sheep and the pigs had everything they needed. I'm sure these guys don't want silage. And if anything goes right here, let's hit F5. Yeah, there is a box, a drop-off box. Let's go and back into that. So we see what we do. Silage is not accepted there. Did I already do this and I'm just having one of those moments and you guys are laughing at me? I think the worst thing I noticed is that the crops weren't growing on field 17, and I'm wondering if I didn't spray them on darn. No, so we don't get silage in these. Yeah, I should read up on these things before I run you guys all over. Let's throw the rest of this silage in to this TMR machine. Yeah. Maybe I can run some grass down to the other. This way this time. Should probably just put some more grass in there while we got it. While we're here. No reason not to. We got a lot of grass. We're doing. Storage, grass, yeah, 44,000, that's enough. Enough for the moment. We have to get some grass to the sheep. I would think 20,000 is going to be enough for that. Alright, well, you know what? I'm going to call this an episode. I think you guys have seen enough of this running around. You've seen each of the areas. I think the episode's getting awful long. And if anything exciting happens, I'll come back in the next episode. Like I said, I need to check out Field 17. So we'll have plenty of TMR for up here. We cut the grass already earlier in the episode, so we'll have plenty of silage. The animals will mostly be going. If there's a few little details that I have to work out, I will. Alright, so there we go. So that grass is almost full. I'm going to run down and get these sheep some grass. And like I said, I'll be back in the next episode. And hopefully these guys will be fully taken care of by then. Go from there. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a good day. Take care. Alright, I know I keep ending this episode, but I just wanted to show you that even though I drove by and there was nothing, we do have oats growing in this field. At first I thought I didn't. If you look, we need to spread some PK on it, and we definitely need to get some lime on there because we're only at 6.2, but anyway, it's a little bit of a scare. It wouldn't be the first time that I sprayed the wrong herbicide. Alright, well, have a good day or night, as it applies.